Palestinians rallied in cities across the occupied West Bank to protest against the death of Saleh al-Arouri. Demonstrations have taken place in towns and cities including Ramallah, Arura, Jenin, Hebron and Nablus. Well, for more on this, let's bring in Nida Ibrahim, who is in Arura in the occupied West Bank. And you're in al-Arouri's hometown. What has been the reaction there to his killing?
Not only am I in al-Arouri's hometown, but I am at the house where he was born and raised. We're going to be speaking in a bit to his mother. This is his picture as he was imprisoned by Israel. In total, he spent 18 years in Israeli prisons before he has been deported outside of the occupied West Bank. And as we were talking to the family that are expecting mourners to come here to Arura in the next hour or so, I was asking them if they think that this is something that they were expecting. I have here his mom, Aisha, and she has been described by the family members as someone who has so much patience. I'm going to be asking her. She doesn't hear very well, so I'm going to be a bit louder.
Thank you very much for coming here. Have you expected this? Yes, I was expecting this. They have warned that they will assassinate him, so we were a bit scared about his existence. This has been said long time. Was he aware of this? Was he aware of this? Yes, of course, because he was expecting this. Was it difficult for you to be deported or to be in the jails in Israel? Being in the jail was very tough for me, because he is in a prison, he is in a jail. And when he was released, I said, thank God he was released, better than being in the jail, in prison. When he left, I was there, and he asked me whether to return back to the jail or to be deported. And I told him, no, you better to be deported. You will get married, and your wife will join you later. He said, okay, and thank God. He has 2 daughters and 1 son. How sad are you today? She can't hear very well, but she said, I'm really sad.
She says that it's not easy for her to part her son. She was telling me earlier that it's difficult. As we say, she's an old lady, 81 years old, and it was difficult for her to hear all of our questions. Let us talk to his sister, Dalal and Um Kutayba.
What was the difficult point in his life? The difficult point in his life was he was arrested, and he was tortured, and he lost 45 kilograms. We didn't even recognize him when we saw him. And he was in the jail for some long time, separated for 10 years, but he has a strong belief. And the difficult thing is that he was seeing his brothers and his companions being assassinated and killed. This was difficult for him. Thank Allah Almighty, while he was in prison, he was like studying the whole situation around him. I was expecting for him to be assassinated. Yeah. We were in contact with him almost every day, but because of the circumstances of the war, since the 7th of October, we haven't talked to him. And when we heard about the difficult situation, we called him, and he was fine. but I went to
المخابرات الإسرائيلية.
the intelligence of Israel, kept me for 5 hours, and I was laughing, and I told them thank God. And we were like little opening, and I said to them, Allah Almighty is the one to decide everything that is good for us. And they all want to be martyrs. We all want to be martyrs. Every child in the Palestinian territories want to be a martyr.
Sure, just to elaborate further, she was saying that as she was making her way back from Jordan after she conducted Hajj back to the occupied West Bank, she was stopped by the Israeli intelligence. They told her, this much is left in your brother's life, meaning that they will kill him soon. He told her that they will assassinate him. So basically, this is part of what the family has been going through, being sisters and the mother of Saleh al-Arouri. Today has been declared as a general strike, and Palestinians are expected to be taking to the street to mourn his death. He's remembered here as someone who has been keen on preserving national unity. He has been mourned by the Palestinian Prime Minister and by senior Fatah leaders.
Yeah, thanks so much, Nida. Nida Ibrahim for us there in the occupied West Bank.